Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick little comparison review here of the Xperia M4 Aqua versus my Xperia Z3, which is still going strong here, still Sony's flagship until they bring out the Xperia Z3 Plus, which I look forward to getting. I was expecting a little bit more when it came to this year's flagship from Sony, but maybe they will surprise us later on in the year. But in terms of the M4 Aqua, I've set it up and I've been having a play with it. First things first, it's got to be said that it is a mid-range device, so you are going to be paying less for the M4 Aqua. It retails for about 200 to 250 depending on where you get it. It is obviously slightly smaller than the Xperia Z3 at 5 inches versus 5.2 inches here. The texture on the back does feel quite a bit different here. I think we're getting a plastic back actually versus the glass kind of construction on the Z3. However, I think Sony's probably done this to make sure that the device is a little bit more durable, because it does have a focus of like a sporty kind of use compared to obviously the normal M4, which is more to day-to-day kind of use. The Xperia Z3 is feeling fantastic with the glass construction, but I do worry about dropping the device and breaking it. So I think the M4 Aqua's done quite a good choice, making sure that it's durable there. We are also getting a 13 megapixel camera versus a 20.7 megapixel camera here on the Z3. We're also getting quite a nice kind of flap arrangement, I think, on the Aqua here, with no need for a flap over the USB jack or the headphone jack, which is quite cool, whereas we do need one on the USB port on the Z3. However, the headphone jack doesn't need one, which is quite nice. So they are both IP68 certified, so you can take both of them in the shower and not worry about them, which is quite cool. In terms of the displays here, I have to say I've been quite impressed with the quality of the display here. It is only a 720p display at 294 ppi, which is quite decent, not amazing obviously. I would have liked probably a full HD panel, but then again, you know, it's not hugely noticeable really, side by side with the full HD Sony Xperia Z3. I think also we might also get some of the Sony kind of optimizations in there, such as like the I think we get some. In fact, no, we don't. We don't actually get the, what do you call it again? Triluminous tech, triluminous display and reality engine. There we go. So we don't get that unfortunately on the M4 Aqua. What you do get that on the higher end Xperia Z3. But as I said, the actual display does look very nice here. We're getting good viewing angles and good brightness levels as well. We can just check out the brightness here just to make sure that it is quite good. I've turned off the adaptive brightness, so this is like the brightest that they can get. So I can see straight away that the display on the Z3 looks a little bit bluer, which to me looks quite interesting. But we can just check out here how bright the display is. So we can safely say we're getting a nice display there, quite high, not the highest obviously, but quite high nevertheless. But the Z3 I think is going to go a little bit higher here, so not amazingly higher for the Z3, but it does look like it is a little bit brighter overall. But then again, I do expect that from slightly more expensive handset obviously. Apart from the display technologies here, we are getting slightly different in terms of the CPU as well as the chipset. Now we are getting the Snapdragon 615, this is my first Snapdragon 615 device actually, so I'm not 100% sure of what to expect from it. It's paired with 2 gigs of RAM versus the Snapdragon 801 with 3 gigs of RAM in the Sony. We do also get 8 gigs internal storage, which is a bit mean if you ask me. I would have liked to have seen like 16 gigs, but then again you can supplement that with micro SD, which is quite nice. And we can just quickly run a quick little Antutu here just to see how the performance is. It is a 64-bit processor obviously, versus the 32-bit here in the Z3. I will fast forward this part of the video so as not to keep you waiting. So let's... Oh, we got this issue again. Let's just install this quite quick. I have to say that using the device so far, it seems to be quite nice and nippy. Probably not quite as quick as what I'm getting on the Z3 still, or the Z3 Compact, but it's still very responsive at doing the day-to-day tasks. However, I've noticed a little bit of heat coming from the back, which I might explore a little bit further in other videos. So we'll just leave these going here, and I'll resume the video when they're done. So we're just going through the graphical stage here, and we're getting an average frame rate of about 25 on the M4 Aqua, which is not too shabby. The Z3 has finished first though, proving that it's no slouch still. And quite interesting here, we're not getting any real results, which is weird. There we go. So we're getting 34,412, which puts it about equal to like the Huawei Honor 4X kind of thing. A bit lower than the Zenfone 2 kind of performance. So obviously, I think at that particular price point, there probably are going to be more powerful options than the M4 Aqua. But then again, you know, you are benefiting from the waterproofing as well as the Sony kind of apps and things like that, which are awesome. Obviously, we do get the full camera suite here on both of them, which, as you can see, we do get all these nice stuff. I think some of them though don't seem to be there, like you get from the higher end Z3, such as time shift burst, portrait retouch. Well, in fact, we do get portrait retouch. I think that we don't get time shift burst though. Obviously, we don't get 4K as well, because it is obviously not going to have that available, but most of the things are there, which is good. And also we do have the excellent Walkman app as well, so you should have all of the excellent kind of equalizer options that you're used to, sound enhancements. So you got your clear audio there. So it looks quite all-encompassing still, but probably a little bit different in terms of the layout here. And we do have surround sound, which is good. Don't think we get the headphone thing though, like you do here, like the in-depth headphone settings, which I really do like here. But nevertheless, you know, I think there are quite a few options in there compared to some other mid-range devices. So I'll definitely do some more videos exploring the phone and looking at what it brings to the table. So far I've been quite impressed with the device overall. Obviously there are some other handsets at the same kind of price range which you should definitely consider as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, before I go, just wanted to mention the battery as well. It's a 2400 mAh in this one, versus 3000 odd in the Z3. So far it seems to be holding up quite well, and obviously you can also put on some of these nice optimizations that Sony gives you, like the stamina mode, as well as the ultra stamina mode, which is quite cool. So I'll definitely put it through some more charge cycles though, just to see if it improves even more, but so far it looks like we could get 2 days out of it, as Sony's bragging. But yeah, just a quick little video here then, checking out the M4 Aqua against Sony's current flagship. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, please like the video, and I will see you very shortly.